Are you missing your pet on the other side? Today, I'm going to show you my method for getting a message from your pet on the other side as early as tonight. Hi, my name is Danielle MacKinnon. I am an animal communicator. That means animal psychic. And I've been working psychically with animals that have crossed over for 20 years now. It's given me plenty of opportunity to connect with animals using my psychic skills about the other side and to connect with their humans who are missing them. And what's the biggest thing that somebody who is missing their pet, what is the biggest thing that they want? It is to be able to connect with or get a message from their pet on the other side. So today I'm going to show you my Dream Connect method, which will help you get a message from your pet on the other side as early as tonight. At the end of the video, I am going to share with you the one thing that can stop the Dream Connect method from working. So stay tuned for that as well. There are two things you need to know before I teach you the 3 steps to getting a message from your pet on the other side. First of all, you need to know that you don't have to be psychic to do this method. Animals are naturally psychic and they're always sending us psychic messages. With the Dream Connect method, you don't need to be psychic. You don't even need to believe in being psychic. You just have to follow the steps so that you can get the message. So no worries on the whole psychic thing. The second thing you need to know about the Dream Connect method and about getting a message from your pet on the other side is that animals are always sending us messages from the other side. They want to connect with us. They want to let us know how they're doing. They want to be part of our lives still, and they still want to have a relationship with us. They don't just want you to forget them and move on, and they also don't want you to sit in grief forever and ever and ever. What they want to do is connect in, let you know how they're doing, send you some love, give you a message. So through my Dream Connect method, that's how you're going to do that. So the Dream Connect method is about working with your pet that has crossed over at night in order to allow them to give you a message. At night, we are the most open and we have the least kind of baggage and grief around our animal crossing over. In other words, when I'm asleep, I'm not thinking about how bad I feel, how much I miss my dog, etc. I'm asleep. So this is the time when we are the most emotionally open as well as energetically open to potentially receiving a message. So that's why we do the Dream Connect method at night. The first step in the Dream Connect method is that you want to set up your environment. So you set up your environment by making sure it's a normal night for sleep. You don't want to be at a friend's house. You don't want to have loud noises in the background. Whatever your normal night is, have it be like that. Next, you want to make sure that you have a pad of paper and a pen right next to your bed. The pad of paper should be open to a page that you can immediately write on and have a pen ready to go. That's because when the message comes in, you don't want to have to think about where's a pen, click this, open that. You just want to be able to start writing. For step 2 is all about intention and the intention prayer. So what it is you are now calling on your pet and letting your pet know, hey, I want you to show up. I want a message from you tonight. There are specific words that you must use, but there are specific things you want to do. So for example, you want to be sure that you call on your pet. Think of your pet. So my dog Bella, when she's crossed over, so when I would get in bed and I would lay there before bed and I would think about Bella and I would think about good things that happened with her and how much I love her and stuff like that. Like I'd bring up this feeling, oh, Bella. So you want to kind of bring up that emotion. It's a way of energetically calling on your pet that has crossed over. Once you've brought up that emotion, you're going to talk to your pet. Now you can do this in your head or you can do it out loud. However you want to do it is totally fine. And you're simply going to say your own intention prayer. My intention prayer goes something like this. Bella, I would love a visitation from you tonight. Please come visit me, give me a message, and make sure I can remember it in the morning. That's a really important thing. You want to ask to remember it in the morning because so often we're actually having visitations, but we're not aware of it when we wake up and then we think nothing happened. So you want to specifically ask for that in your intention prayer. Now, the other important thing about that intention prayer is that you feel it. Is that you care about it. If the words that I gave you don't quite jive, no worries, do your own version. In step 3 of the Dream Connect method, you're recording your experience. So you already did all your setup, you already said your intention prayer, and then you went to bed and slept. When you wake up, whether it's first thing in the morning or it's later, it's during the middle of the night, you want to go right to that pen and paper and you want to write down everything that you can. It may take a few nights for this to work enough so that you can fully remember. But that's why I have you write everything down. So even if you're just like, I feel like I saw him, I don't know, that kind of thing, don't worry about it. Write it all down. You need to train your brain to be able to retain this information so that you can read it back later and understand your experience. Now, here's the thing about recording the experience. There's a dream and there's a visitation. The dream is all about weird things happening and it seems kind of like comical, and maybe you guys are flying on a flying carpet together and then suddenly he's big and then he's small. Like weird stuff happens in a dream. A visitation is very different. A visitation has a feel to it. In a visitation, you're going, whoa, that was so weird. I feel like I was just with her, or that seems so normal. So a few examples of visitations are your animal showing up on your bed while you're sleeping, your animal that has crossed over, you and the animal walking through the woods calmly like you always did when your pet was alive. They're very normal experiences that have a very surreal quality to them. You don't question whether or not it's a dream or a visitation when it's a visitation. You wake up and you go, wow, this is crazy. Wow. And that's how your pet can give you the message, is through that experience of the two of you being together in the visitation. Now, sometimes they're going to just give you a word. You're going to wake up and you're going to be like, ball. Okay, that's cool. Write it down on your pad of paper. Record that. As you get better at this, as you get better at remembering what happened, more will happen in the visitation. Now, I'm going to talk about the one thing that can stop you from being able to experience a visitation. And basically, it's stopping. No joke. Everybody can do this. Everybody's animal wants to connect with them. But if you start and you're like, I don't know, last night, I don't know, and you kind of give up, you're never going to get the visitation. For most people, it's maybe 3 to 5 nights. For some people, it's several weeks. But if you stick with it, your animal will give you a visitation. Just don't quit.